Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. We have got Nitro Krypt here. He is in need of every upgrade. I sometimes like to showcase the special characters, Nitros, Legendaries, Darks, all the way through with the path we're going to do. His stuff is ridiculous to document, so check out the base upgrades featuring Krypt King. You can see Lord of the Sword with Krypt King, standard of course, and then Nitro Krypt King is going to go down Swarm Summoner. But we're going to come in here, I'll just kind of walk you through these. I've got 10 Wing Sapphires. Haunted Sword, that's going to be his tertiary attack. It's very, very cool. Of the sword at all, so you've got that going for you. If you love that attack and you want to take Swarm Summoner, not missing out on much. Spectral Slowdown is actually a pretty good deal. Got to check out a little bit of that in Chapter 20 and after the fact, researching off camera. I'll walk you through all the numbers in just a little bit. Broad of the Broadsword, this one's actually the most practical of his base upgrades, really. Now, if you're drawn to the Swarm, you're going to like his final base upgrade, which is Super Swarm. Basically, we're going to come in, hold B to charge up the Swarm attack to unleash a larger Swarm, price $960, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And then, of course, since we know what we're doing here, we want to take Swarm Summoner and improve these Swarm attacks. We're going to do that. If you're curious about Lord of the Sword, take that link at the top of the video description box. You will see the attack damage spreadsheet you can use to crunch numbers quickly, or you can go in and you can watch the entire video on Lord of the Sword. Again, these standalone path videos are supposed to be quick. That's why I do that. Some characters are like virtually impossible to document. Krypt King is one of those down that path anyway. We'll see what he's like here, but we're going to do Swarm Summoner and see what we can't pick up. Now, let's go ahead and I'll just kind of walk you through this, where we're sitting with Krypt King, Nitro Krypt King here. Traptanium Broadsword, 80 to 120 box stock with the combo. It is now, with the Broad of the Broadsword, become 112 to 168 on the critical side. If you go the XXX combo, you're basically going to have 112, 134, 179. And of course you can have critical numbers on top of that, all showcased on the spreadsheet. Spectral Slowdown, that's pretty self-explanatory. It works in conjunction with the Haunted Sword. It runs about 12 seconds, does 80 to 120 damage. Again, fully maxed out down Lord of the Sword. 80 to 120 is all that is going to do. So, that's pretty much that. Now, the Swarm sadly doesn't register damage. That's the standard one. How many can you have? I've seen 5. They last about 12 seconds. It takes a little bit of time to spit them out. There's a very good chance you could have more than that. I see 1, 2. Again, can you have 6 or 7? There's probably a good chance, but can you have them and see them on the screen before one expires? You know, if you want to spend the time to do it, go right ahead. I'm content saying he can have roughly 5 of them. They do last 12 seconds, which is pretty cool, so we've got that going for us. That said, we're pretty much ready now. I'm going to showcase you the final base upgrade, which of course was Super Swarm, and we're going to charge this up for about 6 seconds. And it releases automatically at that point. It's just a much larger Swarm, and in terms of increased damage, 120 to 180-ish is basically what I was getting out of it. We might actually, it's so hard to, let's see here. Okay, we may hop in. Gosh, I wish there was just somewhere we could go with enemies. It didn't take a long time. Swarm attack now stuns enemies is going to be our first one. Let's go ahead and buy that and then hop in some level or something. So, alright, again, this is Swarm Summoner. I'm hoping we can document it well. With the 10 Wing Sapphires, the price is $1360. Swarm attack now stuns enemies. Does that mean it slows them down, makes them move slower, knocks them back? We'll figure that out when we get there. So, yes, we are sure. And with that said, we're just going to rocket off somewhere. We'll test it here. You can just see the aura around them has changed. It's kind of got like that purpley, poisony look. But it's just, we can't do anything with it here. So, Jeez. Where do we want to go? Maybe we can breeze through here. I don't know. It's tough to do. It really is. I think we've got that little Traptanium platform area that we could potentially get good numbers on this sucker. So all we've got to do is grab this key and we'll have access to it. And since we're just doing the swarm, it might actually work for us. Alright, so we've got a lot of little buzzer beaks down here. So let's see if we can do that. I'm just going to tap B, and we should see the enemies get stunned, and it should, as best I know, basically be doing 60, 61, 62, 63 on up to 90s. You know, it's got weird funky numbers with it, so it's nothing clear and concise. It varies, but let's see if the swarm will get them 61, 62, 63, 60. Okay, so sadly it eradicated everything instantly. And, it's not what I needed to have happen. But again, I don't know why the numbers vary like that. It's kind of cool because it makes more sense that it would be, you know, an actual swarm. They're not consistent in what they do. But was Buzzerbeak not over here? It's been a while since I've been through here. We'll do this one time if I could find a nice little area. And the thing is, and the reason I'm here, is actually quicker to do stuff like this than it is the Doom Challenge. Believe it or not. So, shame we can't test it on Persephone or something. Alright. This will be a nice little area for us. So let's just rock it. I'm actually going to charge up a swarm, and I want to see it stun some enemies here. This way, swarm. Well, we'll charge up another one. 123, 123. Again, it's just beasting everything. That's our biggest problem. I think there were a lot of enemies up here to play with. Yes, that will actually work nicely. Okay. So if you could just come down here, sir, that'd be fantastic.
That's some quality demolition there, amigo.
He was supposed to. Okay, he didn't die immediately. It looks like it does just basically freeze them a little bit. Let me spit this right in their face. Get out of the way. So yeah, I mean that's whatever that is. Their idea of a stun.
I rule.
Is that really not going to do any damage to him? Really? Okay, right. That's just nuts. What do we want to do? Keep playing around or not? Again, I hate doing this, but I want this done as best we can. So don't quite remember where to go. Oh, is this a bounce pad, I guess? Okay. Might not be. I don't know. Okay, Buzzerbeak. So let's see what we can do. That's the super one, the charge. We're getting 182 to 276 out of that thing. 185, 181, 270 something. I might just call that 180 to 270. I'm going to do the standard attack now. I think we've gotten rid of everything. Super. There's no swarms running around, so... Oh, don't level up and kill everybody. Alright, 90s.
Awakens.
Okay, 94, 93, 92, 91. Oh, Again, I'm just trying to give you a nice little sample here to enjoy. Let the swarm do all the work. I don't know. I just, you know. So that kind of covers box stock, base upgrades, and then of course stunning swarm. So we're gonna get the heck out of here, back to the academy. Again, my apologies on this, but if you're gonna do something, do it right, you know. Basically there, I guess we just basically say stuns enemies. So, alright, let's rock it down here. Talk again, 2 for 7. Skip it, upgrade, yes. Alright, stir up the swarm. Hit the swarm with your Traptanium broadsword to power it up. Now the question here is, can you power it up once, twice, 3 times, infinitely? What is the damage increase interval? Bunch of things we just don't know. Okay. We can do that and then hit the swarm to increase the damage. Power it up. I don't know what that means. If it moves faster, it might not even be attack damage. But parasitic power, get healed by the swarm after it dies. So we're going to go ahead and buy that to save a little bit of time. And I'm planning on going back all the way to the Buzzerbeak battle. And we'll kind of have a pretty good feel for it at that point. So, off we go. Chapter 2, Know-It-All Island. We're going to go all the way to Buzzerbeak. And just attempt, I'm going to have to take some damage before I use the swarm because I want to see what it'll heal us, you know. If it's like all-encompassing instantaneous, if it's, you know, just barely anything.
First order of business. How about we unlock that door over there?
Alright. We're on it, Buzz.
Boomsticks! Now just use that sucker to open the big door.
Okay, so
well, how's about that? Our first knucklehead.
Let's, right here, we're just going to do the standard swarm. See what it does. 61, please don't kill everybody. That's going to do it again. Okay. So 60s with the standard one. Let's go ahead and just do this. Okay, it's hard not to. Doesn't give much benefit to us. But look at the XP that stayed on the ceiling. Oh, I should have broke this earlier. Tussle sprouts down here. How could I forget? Okay, what do I want to do? I'm going to come up here, and we're going to tap B, and how did that charge it up? They're doing 90s now. Not critical, but 90s. And that's...
Tussle sprout
should be on the Wii where it's on hard, and this wouldn't happen as quickly. Again, I can't help but collect this stuff. I know he has absolutely no use for it. But, so hitting it seemed to maybe make it 90-ish? I don't even know. It's just a strange setup.
I know why you're here. You want to know about escape.
Alright, let's get our 2 keys here. And then I think in this area here with the trolls, I'm going to try to take some damage and just basically let them hit me down maybe to 200 or so. And then spit out the swarm and see what the swarm does in terms of healing. Because we know what its stun looks like. Stirring it up, let's actually try it out here. Okay. I think it does make it move significantly quicker. So a standard swarm has got that purpley color at this point in time. And then if I hit it, it turns red. I don't even know where that one went.
Rising up.
Alright, let's take our damage in here.
Skylanders of the air element are stronger in this zone.
So 25. We might take like 4 hits from that guy and then get at it. And throw the swarm out. Alright, so we're at 370. You saw the armor there. He does have increased armor over standard Krypt King. So 370 is where we're at. We're going to spit the swarm out. And we're still at 370. Was that 25? Yes. Now is that proportional to enemies or what? Alright, 395. We know we're good there. I'll go ahead and rocket this guy. Oh, never mind. I'll go ahead and rocket this guy. Okay. 395, let's get hit by that. Okay, 372. Spit the swarm out. He's doing 60s. Killed him. Come to me, swarm. Plus 25. So is it just one-time use of 25, I'm guessing? You can see the 60. Where is it? Yes. Yeah. So I think it's a one-time plus 25. That's actually kind of a big deal. So 60 to 90. I'm gonna hit. Gonna hit the standard swarm here if I could ever get a little space. And we're gonna see if it increases to 90-ish. Okay, so that's an angry swarm, 93. Okay. We're slowly doing this. Alright, stir up the swarm. I'm gonna say it takes it from 60 to 90. With, how would I say that? With the similar critical hits. With criticals as well, because the numbers just fluctuate too much. 60, 61, 63, 64. I see all kinds of stuff out there. Parasitic power is seeming to be plus 25 health. And I think it's a one-time use from each swarm. Of course, I can't use the plus sign at the start of a cell. Microsoft, that would just be crazy. So we'll physically write it out. If you ever wonder why I do that, now you know. So plus 25 health. Let's try, I want to get a super swarm. Oh, there's no pizza quest, but we'll go ahead and take it. Dadgum. So we got to take a lot of damage here. We'll do that. And essentially, after that, I want to try and spit out a super swarm here, and then just follow it and see what kind of an increase we get. So let's take our damage. Okay, wow, that's a lot. 357. I need the super swarm. Okay. Come to me, super swarm. Where are you? Okay, so I guess as it expires, essentially, it'll spit out the plus 25. That's confirmed, same standard swarm or super swarm. I'm wanting to spit out a super swarm and hit it now. So it's doing 184, good grief. So it's angry now, it's a super swarm. It's charged up. Come kill things, please. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, wow. Well played, bad guy. Okay, so let me come over here and spit this swarm out, a super swarm. And I'm going to hit it. 180s to 270s, I guess. And then as it expired, we got our plus 25.
Buzzerbeak defeated.
So, it's just so hard to document. It really is. It shouldn't be this time consuming. We get a pretzel for all our trouble. And anyway, back to the academy. Jeez. Alright, so Stunning Sting stuns enemies. I still haven't seen much of that in use, but I assume it'll pay dividends with hard, nightmare, etc. Or tougher enemies in general. Stir up the swarm from 60 to 90 with criticals as well. So let me redo that. Standard 60, and then my little arrow thing that we've had to create 290, and then let's see, semicolon, we will do super, I guess, will be sufficient, and I don't know, like 90 to 180 to 190, something like there. So This is just, I mean, this stuff is tough to document, you know. So I'm just kind of running with 60 to 90 on Stir Up the Swarm standard. Stir Up the Swarm of a Super Swarm, 90 to 180. I'll rewatch the video, try to confirm all that. Parasitic Power is pretty nice, particularly if you're a big fan of it. That's just like a huge bonus. But we'll buy the Soul Gem and he will be fully upgraded. And hopefully the next character we select to upgrade is easy to document. Might go do Sure Shot Shroom Boom or something. You know, just somebody that we can work with. That said, regardless if you go Swarm Summoner here, we did with Nitro, or Lord of the Sword, we did with our standard Krypt King, you have access to Storm Swords. Critical hits cost swords to rain down upon your enemy's price, 3,200. We're going to roll with that. This one very tough to document as well. But essentially, I have to use the primary or tertiary to get hits to register out here, and you'll essentially see that. And it does like roughly 9 or 11 to 19-ish, and I think there's like 6 swords kind of that are involved in this thing. It's a circular pattern, that's the main thing to note. No idea on the damage numbers. Maybe when I like edit and I can like slow this down, maybe freeze frame or screen grab it. I tend to get better luck on criticals, just, you know, not executing the combo. I say that, I mean, again, this is why I'm not big on critical hits, and I prefer the armor and the speed boost. And health, in the case of this path. Yeah, 168 would be great, so we can see that Soul Gem, gentlemen. Persephone, can you take care of this for us? No? No? No love for that critical hit that we need so desperately. I kind of wish he had like a charged sword attack, you know, where you hold down Y and then he just unleashes it, kind of like an igniter type thing. I did see a 9 there. I'm going to go ahead and change that to 9 on the Soul Gem. I left it 11 to 19. I did see the 9. I've seen a 19. It looks cool. It's not super practical, but I mean, it does a little something, and everything counts in the broader scope of things. So I really like Krypt King. I do like his attacks. They don't document well. They're not something good for video purposes. Might be interesting to see and check out, but in terms of like, you know, me going through in like 8 to 10 minutes and you've got a thorough understanding of exactly what the attack is, exactly what to expect from the damage numbers, and exactly which path you want to take based on those 2 videos, you just kind of get like a general feel for it with this guy. Me personally, I still prefer Lord of the Sword after taking Nitro down this path. It's just more straightforward, it's more fitting for the character in my opinion. This is not a bad path though, I don't think, particularly when you get like some more enemy dense areas, or maybe like the Doom Challenge later waves. It would probably pay pretty big dividends, particularly Parasitic Power, where they regen 25 health for you. So only things I would have done different with the Krypt King, I would have loved a charged sword attack, and I also wouldn't have minded, instead of having that Soul Gem be like raining swords, I would have kind of liked to have seen the Haunted Sword get like an attack damage boost, or maybe even a charge on it, you know, hold for 5 seconds and just, you know, total eradication type thing. But it is what it is, or maybe you can, you know, move better while you're doing the Haunted Sword, I don't know. But I won't go too much into that because this took too much time as is. That's not my goal here. When I break them down, base, path 1 and path 2, I do it to keep each video short, succinct, relatively to the point for my standards, and provide you with accurate, solid info. Very hard to do that with Krypt King. So, my apologies, I do the best I can. And again, I don't think anybody else takes the time to do this type of stuff, so I guess I've got that on my side. But again, I really do like him. He just does not transfer his upgrades well into video form, in this manner at least. So, that said, Nitro Krypt King and Krypt King Nitro available only at Target here in the US. Interesting he didn't get a speed boost, but which Krypt King would really have benefited from that, but he did kind of get bumped up in armor, most importantly, 24 to 36, and I think he had another bump, either critical hit, I believe. Don't hold me to that, it's been a while, but I've got a spreadsheet with it. I'm not even going to go there. That said, if you enjoy my spreadsheets, the attack damage spreadsheet, this one's kind of a train wreck for Krypt King. I'll just be straight up honest with you. Very hard to document him. If you're looking at the spreadsheet and you don't understand something for Lord of the Sword or the base upgrades, watch the videos. I do my best to showcase exactly what's going on. But once again, he's so tough to document. So hopefully it helps you out a little bit at least, and I'm very optimistic that our next upgrade session will be a little bit more, you know, dead on and solid number type thing, which is what I prefer. But as always, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, make sure to do so. Again, most upgrade sessions are very, very smooth compared to this one. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, that link at the top of the video description box will take you to posts dedicated to Krypt King. You'll see his unboxing, his base stats, his card stats, his upgrades, attack damage spreadsheet, everything you'd ever want to know. And last but not least, if you like what you see on the Skylander Club forum, which you can find skylanderclub.com, sign up. We would absolutely love to have you join us. Great site, great people, and getting more people involved with the same mindset is better for everyone. So that said, it's 4:20 in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, get these editing. Once again, my apologies, but he's a tough guy to document. That's about all I can say. So once again, thanks so much for watching. Bear with me on this one. I'll catch you back here for our next upgrade session. Probably going to be Snapshot, by the way.